might use the opportunity to kind of look at some of the community posts. So let me have a look. So for those of you who don't know, we've kind of started doing this thing where we just kind of look at like, some posts from Blue Sky right now. So like want to like have more tooling for actually presenting them, but right now we just kind of screenshot and paste them in. But we want to kind of like, share like some of the cool stuff that the community is doing. And just kind of promote like things. And the first one is actually I'm actually gonna like retweet this. The first post is from Jack the Froox author, which is related to Resonite link. So let me put it on the camera. Sorry, it's kind of like tilted a little bit. So Jack is like showing this mesh was generated in Python. What's a Cyrus dismay? An important Resonite using my Resonite link wrapper without any file handling. It's pretty bit stored over Blender SDK. I plan on building on top of this. If you're curious, there's example code generated at link. This is pretty cool. It's one of the things I'm kind of excited for is, just like, I love like procedural generation and being able to like, do it from other languages and just kind of make content with those. Like, to me, that's like, very kind of satisfying. And look, it generated like this like wavy graph turn thing. You can make geometry with Python.
You can make geometry.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it on while I look for the next one. Another post. This one has a video, so I'm gonna bring it over. So this is the post, and I'll bring the video in a second. So this is post from Lake Tomatot. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. They have like some avatar, Fancy Dragon, set up with Resonite with face tracking. And the video's like showcasing... It's showcasing, like the face tracking, so let's have a look. So I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna play it. Look at the face tracking. It was like I had pupils. And you can wiggle the snoot. Oh, that's actually cute, like how the snoot kind of goes up and down and left and right. That is very cute. It looks pretty cool. I haven't like seen this avatar base before. Another post we got is from Okino-san. From the Japanese community. It looks like they published a world. They've been like making like a train world. Let me actually hit translate so I can read what it says. Oh, it actually has translation built in. Published a world, operations drawing Japanese town scenery. That's pretty cool. So I guess we can check out this world. It should be in the published worlds, and if you like trains or Japanese scenery, definitely check it out. Let's see. Oh, this is this one's is it weird to bring my own post? This one's from me. It's actually from devlog as well. And it's a little bit cursed, so like with the Resonite link, I've been like working in the Reflection API and to actually iterate on it because it has quite a bit of like moving parts, and to refine it, I've been like making the part of the Unity SDK to like generate bindings, and it actually can generate bindings for the components now, and like the non-generic ones, they show in Unity now. So like that's the proxies for the components in the Unity editor, which is kind of cursed weirdly, but it works. There's actually, I do actually have like a little additional snippet that I kind of forgot about. Actually, let me show you a few more things too. So it also generates bindings for generates bindings for the like fields. It doesn't do references, still kind of working on those, but you also get like, this is the VRK avatar in Unity, like it generates like proxies for all the fields just from the reflection API. So like it doesn't even need to touch Resonite code. Or for example here, like here's it also generates bindings like proxies for the enums. So if anything has enum, that will actually show up. So stuff like this. So like you get like, for example, there's the avatar assigner. It's just gonna pick because it has the body node, and like you click it open, it actually has all the values for that too. And it's literally just generated purely from code, just over Resonite link reflection API. And it's kind of weird just, seeing that, like, inside of Unity, because it's kind of like, almost kind of like full circle, like where we move away from Unity, but then like we send its stuff over this like narrow channel so it can kind of generate proxies and communicate, but like the stuff doesn't really exist in there anymore. It just kind of gets like ghosts of those things. There's another one like auto lookup user, and like you get also like because with the reflection API for Resonite link, you get like the categories, so we can actually just categorize them too. So it kind of matches the categories. But I do have a small snippet with this. And I kind of forgot about this because like I haven't actually properly worked in Unity in a while, because like I'm just gonna work on Resonite, and we're just using it as a renderer, which is like where we don't actually work with the Unity editor because we're just kind of like more puppeteering it. Unity doesn't support generic components like in the editor. Like you can't add them, they just don't show up because it doesn't have like a way to like specify the type that you want to instantiate. And it's one of the things I implemented for Resonite for our system because it's very, very powerful. You can attach like, components with generic parameters. And it just doesn't support it. So we'll have to like figure out some solution for that. We're probably gonna do like right now is like, if people like want to like use those components to kind of build stuff, you should be able to attach them from code, but we'll probably just generate like bindings for the common generic types for some of them that they specify. But this might like require some clever solutions maybe, or maybe they'll just be usable only from like the converter code, where the code attaches them, and at which point it should work. But like if you want to attach them like this in the editor, like right now, that won't work because Unity just doesn't support generic components. Ooh, and another one, this one actually I do want to showcase the video too. In case you missed it, earlier today, the 2026 Metaverse Maker competition has started. There's been like the opening ceremony. It was like super cool. And there's probably a bunch of people like who started work on their MMC entries right now. I think I saw like in the session list. This is very, very exciting because like MMC is like every year, like it's like I always look forward to it because it's like some of the best content on Resonite gets made like during MMC. And during March, I pretty much like spend a lot of time, going through literally all of the entries. I always like make me go, I want to go through all the entries. At some point, it probably won't be possible like to do in time, but like right now, I'm still able to do it. So I'm kind of very excited like what people make, and I do want to showcase the trailer, which showcases some stuff from the previous year MMC, and it's like super cool trailer. I'm gonna go for broadcast audio for this one. Give it a second to load. Come on. It's taking a second. There we go. So I'm gonna put it here. There we go. You guys ready? I'm gonna play it.
Be part of something bigger than yourself at the Metaverse Maker competition. Create anything you can imagine, from the smallest of ideas to massive, elaborate worlds. Choose a category and win prizes. On your own or with friends, join us this February for the Metaverse Maker Competition 2026.
Super cool player. It's almost like Orange does video professionally. But I'm very excited for MMC. Like, people will be making lots of cool things. Like, I'm very looking forward to like March when I start like going through all of it. I usually try to stay like, don't get spoiled too much. So like I tell people like, don't really tell me what you're making. Like I kind of wanna like, I like going into the entries blind. Because that's like kind of part of like, you know, like when you're kind of judging them and kind of figuring out like, you know, the entry, you want to see how the entry stands on itself. Like if somebody who has no idea about what an entry is, you get into it, you want to be like, can I figure this out just from what the entry presents? So if I have like, you know, some sort of like advanced knowledge of like, you know, like this is like what this is, what do you do, that tends to spoil it a bit. So I really try to avoid it. But then during March, you're just gonna dive in and like start like looking through like all of them. There's also like one thing I really hope like people will have like, you know, lots of fun like making things, but also like one advice I generally give to people as well is like, you know, whenever you're building something with like, you know, very tight like time constraint, like, you know, the MC, because it runs during February, make sure you have like a functioning version as soon as possible. Like ideally like the first week, like by the first week, or like your entry can be kind of, you know, if it's a game, can be played, you know, from start to finish, and then spend the rest of the time expanding it, polishing it, adding more stuff. But you want to make sure it can be, you know, completed start to finish as early as possible, because like once you have that, you have the confidence this is a fully functional entry, and it's like, you know, just polish and expanding. Because one thing that we notice kind of happens is, you know, people tend to like overscope a fair bit. And then like oftentimes like, you know, there's teams who are kind of scrambling to like make it functional, like literally like the day or two before the competition ends. And there's actually been some entries which like looked very promising, but like ended up like not winning anything because they were just broken. So my like big recommendation is like make sure it works as early as possible in the competition. It's also gonna give you, you know, a little bit more calm, because you then know, that like, you know, like whenever you run out of time, it is functioning. You don't have to scramble for it. But yeah, I'm very excited for MMC.
Me too.
They also got quite a bit of like sponsorship. It was like something like over like $22,000 that was like raised like thanks to our community, and like half of that is going to the prizes. So there's like there's multiple categories. I think there's 13. There might be a few more, for you less. I don't remember the exact number. Check out the MMC channel on our Discord. Check out like, you know, the post. Let me actually bring this in so you can see the links. Make sure to like, you know, check out the posts. But there's like multiple categories, each for like with like a prize that you can win. So if you think about it, like, you know, like if you like creating stuff in VR, like this is an excellent time to do it, because you get to participate in like this like, you know, super cool competition. And even like oftentimes, like even if you don't win anything, like oftentimes like the biggest thing you actually get from this is you know, the new skills that you get, you know, like, and stuff you kind of learn as you kind of work on the entries, and it's something, you know, that stays with you forever, like, you know. Let's see if we got more. Ooh, there's a another post. Seems another avatar. I'm gonna bring the video and like I'm gonna take a screenshot of the post. I don't want to get like the embed like working, so I don't have to like do it. I can just kind of copy it. And this is kind of goofy screenshot. It's another from like Tomato. Is there a purple face track for Paul? It looks like they made avatar with face tracking, another one. And I'm gonna bring the video so you can see it in action. I'll get it snoot. Ow!
I can't wait
It's
till
very-
more people get face eye tracking.
Yes, it's very cute.
I feel like it's gonna happen again. Like, remember like a few years ago when like everybody was getting like a Vive Pro Eye because of the eye tracking,
Yeah,
and like, because like you had one for the longest time, and then like a bunch of like our friends got one, myself included, and it was like this renaissance of people like who were like, oh my god, it's like so much more expressive in here now. And
yes.
since there haven't been really many good eye tracking headsets after that, that's kind of like fallen off. And it will be really cool to see that happen again with the Steam
Yeah.
frame.
It adds like so much, like the interactions just kind of feel like a little more kind of natural, like, you know, when you're like talking with people, because there's like always like one thing I find like when people like use puppeteering, just like people who are really good at it, but oftentimes like, you know, like with expression, it feels like very like the expressions feel very unnaturally twitchy. It's just like, you know, it's like jumping between extremes of different expressions, and it just kind of like for me at least, like to my brain is like a little bit uncanny, but when somebody has like, you know, face tracking and eye tracking, it tends to feel more natural, because like, you know, it's not just like kind of on off, you know, just kind of jumping, but it kind of get like, you know, more complex blend, and you get like, you know, micro expressions, and like and you get expressions where people don't even think about making expressions. Like one of the coolest things that happened to me when I started using face tracking myself is like when somebody told me they like to see me smile, and I didn't realize I'm smiling at something, and I was like, oh, they can tell that, you know, like. And I remember with eye tracking, like they I remember like one, like literally the first, like when I got the headset and when I first got it implemented, like I fell asleep in VR, and people were like, oh, like you know, fell asleep, and then like they like took pictures of me, and then like I woke up and I was like, oh, and they put like, you know, blankets, you know, and everything, and it was like, well, now people can tell, like, you know, if you're tired and if you're like sleeping because your eyes, you know, like not open. So it's it just has like, you know, level of expressivity that you don't get, like, you know, with the puppeteering, especially like a lot of unconscious kind of expressions, but also even just the conscious ones, like there's more subtlety to it.
Yeah, especially when the eye tracking is like really comprehensive, and
Yeah,
because like the Vive Pro Eye, and I know it's an old headset. I wish they still made it. Still has probably the best eye tracking in a consumer headset I've seen.
yeah,
Because the other headsets that do include like the Tobii eye tracking, they don't do like the analog, like I can half lid my eyes blinking. They do like the binary blinking, and they don't do the widening, and they don't do the pupil dilation.
yeah,
And those are like the three other things along with the gaze that make the eye tracking look great.
yeah. I'm really curious like how it's gonna work on the Steam frame. I mean, it's Valve, so like I do have like a good amount of trust in what they do.
I want pupil dilation back, man. I miss it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've got like another one. We've also got like some questions piling in, so we're gonna go back to questions in a second. But I wanted to bring another post from Duff. This is not like one person Resonite, but like but it's a Resonite hashtag, so like, you know, can show it. Duff has made textures for someone, and they're kind of yellow. More yellow beans. We need more yellow. I thought this is kind of like more like vanilla yellow. And Dev makes like really good textures. He actually did like textures for my avatar too. Like this is texture by Dev. And he did yours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dev was like texture like half our community.
Yeah, very good. Very shout out to Duff. Does very good textures.
Yes. That's part of the reason I wanted to like bring this in, just kind of give him a shout out. He's a very good bean. I think I'm gonna be good on the social stuff for now. Because we got like a few questions piled up, so we can kind of go back to this. Oh, there's a cool post, another from the Japanese community. I think, yeah, this is Japanese. That they had like a meetup. This one I definitely need to translate. They posted some cool screenshots, so I'm gonna show it off. Guys, compensate for the, there we go. For the tilt. They got some cool screenshots, and let me see if I can translate. There we go. So it says every Friday is Resonite Kemono Hub Day. So it looks like a Friday event. It looks pretty cool. Ooh, and they have like some screenshots where it looks like they share like some fursuits. I'm gonna bring this one because it's kind of like want to do the embed so we can have it. There was like some screenshot, cool suits there. Looks like they were like sharing in the group. It seems like a fun event. We got another one. Sonic looks peekaboo. Spook. Scrolling through stuff. Oh, I'm getting into stuff that like is from last week now. Let me check the latest ones because I'm going by the top ones. Oh, there's another one from the Japanese community from Konto. Looks like this is, let me translate this. February anniversary exercise share bottom forest. Looks like another community event. And posted screenshot. There's a lot of cool like events that the Japanese community holds. We've got a... Let's see. Oh, my Firefox not cooperating. Yeah, Firefox just now refuses to respond. Weird. We got some more questions though. Let me take a screenshot of this and then also post a video. So someone called Retro Raccoon looks like they're doing some kind of avatar commissions and we're doing some streams. Just gonna give them a bit of a shout out. So let's give this a watch. Kind of want to like have like controls on the back of the video player so I can like.
Oh, I feel so
Same.
full and inflated with baby right now. Oh man. Oh no, the baby's coming.
Oh no!
Oh, it
Why?
hurts.
Why?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm
Why is it
bored.
like
Wow.
this?
So...
Come towards me, my beautiful
Oh,
baby
hello
child.
world. Hello, hello.
Hello world.
Hello,
Oh, I'm going to
father.
name you Hello Kitty Savage. No. All right, at 15k likes, guys, I'm going.
Well, that's one way to like showcase you're making avatars.